Well, hello my beautiful Cancerians, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for August 2024. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Cancerians, this is your monthly reading for August. I can't believe we're here already. The year really is flying on by, but here we are. Also, just to let you know, I've opened a second competition to win a free personal reading from me. I'll let you know how to win that a little bit later on, though, because some people are here just for the reading, and I don't like to waste anyone's time. So let's get straight to it. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Cancerians? What do they need to know regarding their month ahead? Can you please reveal to them what they are meant to see at this time, what is coming towards them, how they're dealing with the month of August? Well, you know, I have to give it to you straight. August is really going to be a month of intense extremes, especially due to the Mars squaring Venus and Jupiter squaring Saturn. But I will get to that in a moment. On a positive note, we are currently in the throes of Leo season. Now, on a personal level, of course, it's time to let out that inner roar, follow your passions, and allow yourself to shine. This month is all about taking center stage in your life, taking charge, honoring your body, your energy, your self-care needs, pampering yourself if possible, doing a little something for you, loving yourself a little harder, but most importantly, valuing your worth and remembering to wear your invisible crown. I want you to be aware it's time to walk tall and walk proud with gravitas and empowerment as you embrace that go-getting spirit to prioritize what's really important to you whilst making time for a little power nap along the way. It's a month to be disciplined, of course, and remain on course whilst carving out time to have fun, maybe take a vacation, or if you just come back from one, maybe book a quick trip to look forward to in between. There will be some fluctuations in mood because of the planetary alignment. Potential clashes or conflicts might occur this month, but they will be resolved. But they try to dampen things. You might embrace your warrior spirit one moment and then leap into a chasm of emotion the next. Leo season is actually teaching us not to sweat the small stuff, to remain in balance and embrace harmony as we all jostle with this chaotic energy. So be fabulous, but also grab your metaphorical surfboard. You may need it at some point, and get ready to ride the waves that flow towards you. You really got this, okay? I feel, you know, you are empowered and you definitely are in a cycle. I mean, look at that. Your final card there for the overarching energy is maturity. It's the strength card. So you've definitely got this, okay? Now, there is a lot of critical energy about this month, so I got to be honest with everybody. I'm just telling the energy, don't shoot the messenger. I want you to be aware this critical energy, you know, basically, I don't really know where to start, but let's focus first on the wonderful Lionsgate portal, which is super positive. It lifts us up all in its high frequency glory, providing a portal of prosperity, abundance, and good luck. It's a gateway to intense manifestation, spiritual healing, and growth, especially for the heart chakra. Now, this portal, it has been open from the 28th of July, but it will close on the 12th of August. However, the most powerful day is the 8th. You know, that is the bringer of abundance date. So plan a ritual or maybe just take a moment of stillness on that date to visualize and make a wish. Also, the 8-8 portal is connected to wealth, so utilize that energy to its full potential as money-making ideas or even curveballs of extra luck head your way. Now, I want you to be aware there are, of course, some, you know, not so positive things that could be occurring. They may not affect you at all. I want you to be aware, though, of the energy. So if you don't want to hear about the critical energies that could potentially put a few delays or spokes in the wheel, then please fast forward to when I've got all of the cards, okay? And then we'll take it from there, and then I'll start doing each card individually. And for those of you who have stayed to find out what's happening astrologically, of course, we have that dreaded Mercury retrograde. Now, it graces us with its presence, but it'll last only for a short time. It doubles down in the sign of Virgo, and it really loves to kick up a storm with your electrical equipment, communications, and shake-ups of perceptions of reality. Expect power outages or glitches, not everywhere, of course. They will be in pockets, places around the world. And of course, these things will become a little bit more of a regular occurrence. So do save down important documentations, statements, anything that you're working on so you don't lose it. And also get any important communications like quotes in writing to avoid misunderstandings. And of course, this too shall pass as a blip. It's only one aspect of a Mercury retrograde. Every negative, of course, has a positive, so we can all embrace the opportunity to utilize this energy to either revisit or improve something, rethink, or even course correct to enhance an area of your life that needs a bit of a boost. Now, straight after that, that's when we get the critical energy, a major shakeup, shall we say, when Jupiter squares Saturn on the 19th and Mars squares Venus on the 22nd. Now, this is a clash of energy, okay? And it really is a big deal. It's highly pressurized, combustible energy. We often go through some challenging times when this occurs. So I want you to also be aware that when we have basically Jupiter squaring Saturn, it basically means those people who've been working extra hard and very strict on themselves, because Saturn is a very strict, hard taskmaster, Jupiter delivers benevolence and abundance. So if you've been working hard towards something, expect some really good returns. Also, Mars clashes with Venus. So, you know, Venus is the planet of love. So if you're in a relationship with someone that you really care about, or even your friendships, your family, there could be some, you know, minor arguments. There could be some, you know, clashes of personality, but this too shall pass. But I just want you to be aware of the energy so you can understand what's going on. It tends to affect us all. So if you do feel extra tested during this period, stop and ask, what am I supposed to learn from this? Because the answer will transform the situation for the better. Now, in terms of global events, this energy, it can actually increase societal tensions on a global scale. And sadly, it has the potential to create divides. But Venus is present. So that really works extra hard to bring people together because there will be a jostle of energy astrologically. Tensions may rise. People take back their power. And of course, we are in Leo season, which is connected to the sun. It reveals where we can grow together rather than apart. So that's what I want you to be aware that, you know, it's a minor argument or it's a minor clash. Everything gets healed, but it is present. It's only a potential. It may not affect everyone. It depends on where your placements are, of course. Now, this period can also make us super practical to sit up, pay attention, and get organized and serious about the direction of our lives. This energy, it will impact us all from the 19th of August right through to June 2025. Things are going to get pretty wild and sometimes unbelievable. I want you to be aware of that. And you may already notice that there are some extreme events or behavior shocks, plot twists going on. And of course, we have that blue full moon also on the 19th. I mean, why wouldn't we? Everything happens all together, so that will only intensify the energy, and that's why I'm mentioning it. On the global scale, we may be in for a major surprise around about this time. And of course, there's always a positive to be found. So if you're looking to purchase real estate, for example, you could see some reductions in price. And I do see a brief financial correction that will benefit people, but it will be brief before it's U-turned. So I'm not sure what that is, but I feel there is something like that happening. And of course, we do have some solar flares occurring that may be a little bit more intense than usual during the month of August. This can influence earthquakes, volcanic combustible energy, but basically, in terms of humanity, we're firmly in the flow of reshaping landscapes, both spiritually, energetically, politically, economically, and socially. And we may even see some figures in authority be replaced suddenly by unexpected candidates, a reneging of promises, or a restructure of systems that push things too far. So it can mean that it triggers a transformation. And of course, all things change. We have to be aware of that. And this month, it really is the gateway to what you want to change for the better. So remember that you're protected and directed towards greater opportunities this month to marvel at the wonderful you and how you show up for yourself and others every single day. Be proud of all you are doing, all you're sustaining, maintaining, and creating right now, despite how difficult things may be. You really are a tower of power in all your glorious sovereignty, and you've got this, okay? So let's get straight to your energy. For those of you who fast forward to this part, welcome back, and let's get straight to it. Your first card there is the Temperance card. So this is about you maintaining balance, focusing on your true north. I feel like some of you are restructuring your life in some way. There's an energy here of prioritizing because I feel you've got a lot on. I mean, you've got the Temperance card twice, okay? So I feel this level of balance and harmony is going to be present throughout the month of August for you. But we do have the Seven of Swords here. Now, Seven of Swords is basically letting anything that isn't stable crumble away, but it's also a search for independence. So some of you are really trying to independently make your mark in the world, but also, in your home space, you may be putting a new spin on how your home looks in some way. Could be that you are basically expressing yourself in your sanctuary. So doing a bit of DIY, perhaps, giving the walls a lick of paint, maybe adding some really nice personal touches to where you live right now. But also this card can indicate that you're listening to your soul song. This is your overarching energy. So this is the quest of where you feel like you belong. Now, also your second and eighth house are influencing you this month. The second house, of course, is all about value. Quality over quantity, okay? So this is also about how you value yourself, looking at situations where you give away your power, where you undersell your talents, or even when people underestimate you. You're going to be looking at that and readdressing the balance. Also, you're going to be more focused on cash, property, budget, saving plans, real estate, pensions, basically repaying debt as well, really leveling up and being that go-getter, achieving whatever it is you put your effort into. So remember, Jupiter supports you during this time and sends extra luck for the area of your life that you have been really focusing on and putting a lot of hard work into. So whether that's your home, your family, whether that's your job, whether it's your personal development, see an improvement in that area, and everything is sort of plateaued there as well. Now, what I mean by that is if you have been focusing on your finances, I feel, that this is going to be an easier financial month for you. There could even be a little bit of an increase there with that Seven of Pentacles. It's been hard going, but I do see that any savings plans, you are on track. And I feel that, it's been slow, but I feel slow and steady is going to build up whatever empire you have been building at this time. So a little bit more money in your pocket at the end of the month is what I see there. But also some of you, because of course there's a map on that card, it can be that you are thinking about where your heart belongs. Where is home? What does home look like? Home doesn't have to be a place. It can be a person. It can be an environment. It could be, a park. It could be, it's where you feel like you belong. So you're really looking at that this month and following your heart's desires. Now, also, for some of you, it could be that you're looking to purchase property abroad, or you're thinking about a move, or perhaps there is someone who is at a distance from you and you're yearning to be in their presence. There's a lot of care and love here with this person or these people is what I see. So it could be that you hear from someone overseas, or it could be that they're coming to visit, or perhaps you're planning a trip to visit them. This could be a family member. It could also be a friend or a soul tribe member. It just feels like there's a togetherness as you leave the month there too. Now, of course, we've got the changing cycles, which is a Wheel of Fortune in the resistance position. Okay, now you're a water element, so you are very flexible. You tend to be someone who is very good with navigating changes. Doesn't mean you don't like it. So I feel like you're the sort of person, I'm a Scorpio, so I'm a water element too, to some degree, we don't like change unless we're in charge of the change. So because this is in a resistance position, right now I feel like there are some things that you want to change, but majority of things I feel like, you are comfortable with some of the things that are going on in your life and you're like, nope, don't want any change. So I feel to some degree there's not going to be radical change going on around you. I do see something big ending for you in the month of August. Now this could be, for example, if you were getting like, how can I put that? If you were getting like a good deal on something, right? And this good deal is coming to an end. It could be something like that. Or it could be that you've taken a free trial on something and it was good while it was going and now the free trial is over and you may have to pay for it. So it could be something like that on like a really minor kind of scale. But it could also be that you've been in training for something and it's coming to an end. And now it's time for you to implement that knowledge into the next steps of your career. For some of you, this could be a personal development that you've been going through. And, you could have been taking a class on spirituality or meditation, or perhaps you've booked, a series of courses and it's coming to an end. I mean, for some of you with the first card there, it could be that you're learning a language and you're ending a module and you are actually going on to the second module. So, endings and new beginnings, they can show up in our lives in so many different ways. So please apply it to your situation. But also some of you may feel that you haven't had much luck recently. You may have felt that things have been challenging. You're feeling a little bit exhausted. You may feel that things have been a little bit out of your control to some degree. And you are just trying to overcome some struggles, which I definitely see with the strength card there that you're taking back your power. You're taking charge. But I also see you making a daring or a bold move in the month of August. So whatever that is for you, for some of you, it could be that you are going to like book a vacation somewhere you've never been before. And it could also be that you are suddenly deciding to leave a neighborhood or move into a new neighborhood. For some of you, it could be that you're walking away from something that perhaps you'd invested in and really enjoyed, but you feel you have to sacrifice it now to get something greater. So it could be that you're moving into a promotion, or some of you may be leaving a job in order to move into something that pays you more money, that is more emotionally fulfilling there as well. I do see the universe, because of course the Wheel of Fortune, it will go into the upright. This means that there is a stroke of luck headed your way, but also it's a surprise. This card is like surprise, you've been just doing life and you've been working really hard towards your goals and dreams, and you may have felt that, nothing positive is going the way you'd hoped for, or perhaps things have just plateaued and you're feeling a little bit stuck, because the 8 of Swords there is at the earthly plane position. Some of you, even though you have a goal or a dream and you love the people that you really care about and you're really invested in your life, you may feel there's either a missing ingredient, or you may feel a little bit stuck, like things have plateaued and you desire change now, and you want certain changes to happen so that you can have variety in life, a little bit more spontaneous kind of energy. So that's what I mean by suddenly you may decide to book a vacation, or suddenly you may decide to leave a role, or suddenly you may decide to go off and retire early. I just get this energy that, especially if you're retired as well, you may suddenly decide to look at property abroad and say, you know what, I want to be in the sunshine, or I want to be somewhere else. I just get this energy of like things need to change, and I feel like you're in command of these changes. You're currently prioritizing what's important to you, but I feel you're doing it in a very moderated fashion. You're not rushing into anything, and I feel the decisions you make in August are on point. You're totally on track, okay? And you got a little bit of extra luck along the way. Now, I can't ignore the fact that we've got 2 cards here with maps of different countries. So I really feel that if you're not going on a vacation or you're not relocating, this could be that there's a whole wide world out there and you're curious. You're in exploration mode. So I feel this is about you having the freedom to choose, having the freedom to roam, and basically being empowered and deciding what it is that you want instinctively. If you think about the nature of the lion on that card, this is a very instinctive animal who basically, they lock eyes on whatever it is that they want, and they calculate a plan. All cats, whether they're big or small, they kind of do that little shuffle right before they're about to leap onto the object of their desire. So I feel some of you are in the planning stages of something and you have your eye on the prize. And the Ace of Cups is the prize, and it means you achieve your goal. So whatever it is, I definitely see the universe is delivering something to you that's going to be super positive, but also I feel you're keeping your eye on something that you really want, and you're making a bold move to grab it with both hands. And also, the card is called Maturity, but it's a strength card, okay? So this is you recognizing what you're capable of. This is about your gravitas. This is about your strength. Remember, your 8th house is influencing you as well as your 2nd, and both houses are all about finances. They're all about stability. They're all about transforming your current financial status. So this could be, you're looking at joint finances this month, mortgages, repayment plans, credit card debt. You're transforming it for the better, paying down a little bit more, but still being able to have a little bit more in your own balance. Because I feel this month for you is all about balance in all areas of your life. And I feel this is about making things for the better. And also, you may have some new money-making ideas, perhaps something that comes from the home space. Some of you may be like upcycling, or even giving pre-loved goods online that you can actually sell and have the money there, because I feel there is a period of evolution. Now, because you have the Death card there, and we will get to it in a moment, the Death card doesn't mean always like transformation or something ending, something beginning. It basically is evolution. It's you entering into a different stage or level of your life right now. And I feel like you are seeing how important self-care needs are. This is a card of unconditional love. It's a card of, honoring your body and your energy. If you think of the nature of the lion, it will lounge around in the sun all day. I mean, if only we could all do that, right? Actually, no, I like to do things, so I like to have a purpose. But, if I could just stop for a moment, it would be really great, and go and relax. But that's not the nature of life for me right now, and I don't see that that's the nature of you right now either, because you got the 5 of Wands, so there's a little bit of pressure that you've been going through. But if you think about that lion will get up and will go hunting for the thing that it wants when the moment is right. So it's about that balance again. It's about honoring a time to be a go-getting spirit and, leap after the thing that you desire and then take a rest. Everything happens in moderation. So I really feel that that's the nature of this month for you. There's a time to be on the go and a time to just, make sure that you have some quality time for you. Also, if you don't, I definitely see that, you could lead yourself to like a seasonal cold, or because I'm getting an energy of protect your immune system this month. And I definitely see that you are going to, but I would just say the Devil card can indicate there may be something that you're obsessively moving towards, or perhaps there's something that has been making you feel very stuck. Sometimes we need to take a step back, zoom out the lens in order to see the bigger picture. And when we take a pause or a step back, it gives us a moment to breathe, because we're not in the mix of it. So that allows the brain to sort of formulate a plan or identify a solution for something that's going to make things infinitely easier and more peaceful for you, okay? I see a lot of you, especially since we're starting with that 5 of Wands. This is your starting position in the Celtic Cross. The 5 of Wands is a card of conflict, but it's also a card of challenge. So I do see with the 7 of Swords and the 5 of Wands, there could be someone who perhaps has been pressurizing you or pushing your buttons. This could be in a working environment. If the Devil card is present, which it is, some of you feel that this is a toxic person or a toxic environment, and I feel some of you are trying to basically end that cycle of repeat. So some of you may leave a position that you feel is not working for you, because ultimately a Cancerian, their heart needs to be happy, because if it's not, then you withdraw, and it's not good for you, but it's also not good for the environment that you find yourself in either. So I feel it's really important right now that you're basically recalibrating your life in some way to go, okay, do I love it here? Do I feel like this feels like home? And if the answers are no, you're like, okay, pass, you're moving on. Now that may not be so easy, especially if you're in a long-term position, or if you're in a neighborhood that you feel that you want to get out of. All things happen in moderation, but you may be formulating that plan to make it happen, and it will happen, and you're right on track to make that happen too. Now, the Five of Wands, okay, as you can see, there's two chess pieces there, opponents, so it could indicate, especially with the Seven of Swords, that there is a bit of a struggle for independence. So let me describe how this could manifest in your life. For example, if you're a parent or a guardian, okay, it could be that you have like a teenager who's going through some stuff. When we're all teenagers, we all went through stuff, and it could be that they're trying to, exert their independence, and it feels like they're pushing away, or it feels like there is some sort of conflict there. There's a lot of love. You've got the Ace of Cups here. They may not express it, and they may be like caught up in their emotions, their hormones, and the pressure of everyday living for a teenager, for example. And you just want to love. You just want to offer unconditional love. And when anyone tries to push away, it feels like complete rejection, even though they're saying in their way, because I feel this person, whoever is connected to this card, it feels like they cannot articulate how they truly feel right now in a healthy way. Okay, so this could be it could be a family member, it could be a friend, but I'm just giving you an example of like parent to child energy, and it feels like they're pushing away and rejecting, but actually they're trying to look at their own identity and figure things out for themselves, but also exert this level of independence. And sometimes it's really hard, especially if a child is moving out, for example, they're going to college. It can be that there's the empty nest syndrome type thing, and it's like, it just feels like the dynamics are changing, and you want to hold on to something that is evolving, okay? So that's happening for some of you, not all of you, but I feel, there's going to be like a really honest, open conversation where it's like, what? There's a lot of love here, but I got to do what I got to do. And you know what? I'll be back to visit. It just feels like the relationship isn't changing. It just feels like the dynamics are changing. For some of you, this could be that you have like a best friend who has got a really great opportunity to move cross country to get a job, and you really support that person and think it's the best thing since sliced bread for them. However, you're a bit conflicted because you don't want them to leave. You love them. You'd rather they stuck around. So there could be like an inner battle there. It could also be something that's in like a relationship. Perhaps you or your partner has like a new opportunity coming in, and it means everything changes. And it can mean like, okay, how are we going to manage this? How are we going to work as a team to make this happen? So there could be a little bit of conflict or a little bit of like shift of dynamics that puts a little bit of extra pressure on. So I just want you to be aware, it could be like there's a little bit of extra pressure. I mean, this is your starting position. So some of you are feeling the pressure. You feel that, you are someone who leads with integrity, and you really wish that everybody else had the same sort of heart as you, because then life would be a lot easier, it'd be a lot nicer. But you've noticed that some people are selfish, they're all for themselves, and I feel like you're really trying hard to sort of just be your best self in a world that tries to either knock you down or chip little parts of you away. And I feel you're doing a great job, and the universe is supporting your endeavors and bringing you some really great things because of the effort that you've put into life, into friendships, into love, because you give your all, okay? And I definitely see that things are going to work out in your favor. Now, of course, that Five of Wands can also be your next chess move. So some of you are contemplating a decision right now, and you may soundboard or brainstorm with a person that you really care about. It's like, okay, what's next? What should we do? Because these two images, it's like they're opposing energies. So again, this could be for you, there is a time for action. The red could be all the passion, the intensity, the drive, and the white could be the, okay, let's sit back and, embrace all that the universe wants to bestow upon us. Let's take a rest. Let's take a pause. So I feel, again, It's about blending the energies within you, merging those energies so that you can get the best out of your August. Because again, you have that Temperance card there, which is about blending skills, blending energies, blending emotions. Some of you are going to feel a little bit more sensitive than usual this month, but I also feel that, you know, to some degree, I feel like you wouldn't have it any other way, because, you know, some people go to like counselors, psychotherapists to be actually able to feel the level of intensity and emotion that you have naturally. So remember, your emotions, they are a superpower. They are a gift. It tells you when something isn't right. It tells you with your gut instinct that you shouldn't trust something. So I feel, listen to your intuition. You're actually developing it even deeper this month as well. Now we do have a Seven of Swords crossing, okay? So if someone has done you wrong, or you had a conflict with someone, because it's in a crossing position, it tells me that there is an olive branch. It tells me that there is a potential for resolution there, that two people who perhaps were going under a lot of pressure, maybe for the same thing, maybe for something different, because we all like live in our head sometimes, and whilst the problem can seem like it's the same, we have different viewpoints and perspectives about that problem. And it's about, you know, coming together, resolving things, maybe compromising. But I really get this sense that the person that perhaps, if you've been going through something like this, there is an opportunity to resolve, okay? Now, if you haven't been going through anything challenging, the Seven of Swords is definitely exerting independence. So some of you could be thinking about independently setting up your own business. It could also be that you are, you know, retiring, and you may feel that it's time to be independent, go traveling, or perhaps, you know, follow a different path for yourself. Maybe you are detaching in some way from, you know, either a neighborhood or, you know, an environment where you want to just go and do something for yourself right now. Maybe it's a path that isn't understood readily by other people. At the same time, you're marching to the beat of your own drum, and you're living life on your own terms. Now, as you can see, that Seven of Swords, literally there is like a mask crumbling away. So this is about you seeing through people's motives. So if you're dealing with someone who has been pushing your buttons in the working environment, maybe a boss is micromanaging you, you can see the end game. That's what I'm seeing here. You can see the motivations behind what is going on the surface. So you may actually call them out on what they're doing, but ultimately it shall be revealed. So I definitely see with the Seven of Swords, it's like the truth shall be revealed. So if there is anything that has been an issue, I feel it will be basically revealed, and you will be able to resolve it or find a way of moving away from it if it's been causing too many problems there. Now, the Seven of Swords, I gotta be honest with you, sometimes the Seven of Swords, it can indicate betrayal, or it can indicate that someone hasn't been completely open about something. So I am going to pull a card on it, but it's actually in a positive position because it's in the crossing position. If it was in the upright here, or here, or here, or here, then of course there would be an issue. It would mean like keep your eyes peeled. There's a potential there for someone to try and keep something from you, or the potential. What I am getting here is with the Seven of Swords, I would say just be a little bit mindful who you tell your plans to. I would say work hard in silence, or whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, you know, just keep it to yourself at this time until it's ready to reveal, because I don't see anyone kind of like putting any negative spins on your plans, but I do see someone who sees themselves as a competitor. This could be a sibling rivalry. This could be a friend who really like, you know, is not happy in their own life right now, and when they see other people sort of doing really well or being like super independent to do their own thing, they can like put a negative spin on it, okay? And it's because they're wallowing in the fact that they're not happy with their own lives, but then it's also attached to knowing what you're doing. So they could be thinking about it a lot, thinking, well, you know what? They're doing really well. It should be me. And it puts a little spin of jealousy on there, or envy. So I would just say watch out for that. That's the main energy I'm getting from the Seven of Swords. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. The Judgment card. Now, okay, there's two energies here. We are going through a Mercury retrograde in the month of August. You know, the Judgment card can be the card of second opportunities or another opportunity. So there is a potential that perhaps someone you invested in the past, like an ex, could pop up. This person they're not emotionally available to offer you something that you truly deserve. I want you to be aware of that. They may try to come in truth. They may actually, it's almost like, you know, some people, they come in truth because it is their truth, but then they almost like talk themselves out of their own truth. So their intention is to love, their intention is to reunite, to reconnect, but they still cannot be honest with themselves to some degree. I feel like this person, they're struggling with identity in some way. I feel like they know who they are, but I feel like they don't really know what they want. I feel like they're inconsistent. So if there is someone who comes in and out of your life who is inconsistent and they are asking for another chance, the Judgment card can be sort of an indication that this person is trying to leave their old habits behind in order to embrace a fresher, healthier lifestyle. But the Seven of Swords, it tells me that this person's in and out. They're still not on a level where they can really trust themselves, let's put it that way, okay? So just watch out for that. Now the Judgment card, if this is you, this could also be that there's another opportunity coming towards you that perhaps you felt like you lost out on first time round. Really give it a second look, okay? Because if it's a contract, it could indicate there's something in that contract that you feel you won't be able to get out of, and it may not benefit you. So you have the potential to negotiate a better deal, but I see with the Seven of Swords, it's like it could be the potential for something that, I don't know, I'm just going to give you an example. Say, for example, you are going for a new role, right? And you think, this is great. I love this role. I really want to partner with this business. And you get that contract and you read it, and you're someone who is super creative and very talented on the side, and actually you have your own like creative endeavor going independently on the side. It could mean that in this new contract with a company, it's like you will only work for the company. You will not moonlight. You will not do your own endeavors. You will not be independent. And you're like, what? Actually, no. You know, variety is a spice of life. If I want to like sell my artwork on the side, I should be able to do that. But it may be something that's in the contract that says no. Okay, so just look out for that and question it. You know, you can just go to the person and say, hey, you know what, I'm an artist and I like to do stuff on the weekends, and my weekends are my thing. So, you know, occasionally I exhibit and I sell my art. So therefore, is it a possibility to take out or amend the contract so that we can say that I'm able to do that? And I feel like it will be adjusted for your personal case. Okay, so that's coming out there as well. Now, also the Judgment card, this can be a card of like doing the right thing, you know, especially since we've got the Seven of Swords there. I feel like you're being called to live your truth, to basically be confident, to express who you are. Because sometimes, especially when we are in different working environments or different neighborhoods, you know, you're not the same, or you don't present as the same. Maybe you do. I don't know. Maybe I'm different. You know, sometimes I just want to highlight that sometimes if we're at work, we have a work face, right? We have a work kind of identity. And then when we go to our home, to our family, we have a different kind of sort of way we deal with people. We probably wouldn't speak to our boss the same way that we would speak to our partner, for example, or to our mother or father, or, you know, you get the gist, okay? So I feel this is about you trying to be in places where you feel like you can be your wonderful, authentic self. And if you feel like you're in a working environment, for example, that's austere and that you have to be like, it's all stuffy and you can't actually like crack a joke, or you can't actually be a little bit more personal with people, if that's what you want. It can be that you're like, actually this environment doesn't feel like home. I feel like I can't express myself. It's time to leave. For some of you, it could be that, you know, you're working or you're living in an environment that you feel like you're always saying hi to the neighbors and they're just kind of like ignoring you. And you're like, what's that about? It costs nothing to be nice, so you're just being nice. You're not changing yourself for other people. However, you're starting to question, is this my kind of people? Is this my kind of neighborhood? Is this my kind of job? Is this my kind of environment? And I feel like you're really looking at that right now because you're following your heart. Now, What's on the below? This is basically the earthly plane, the Eight of Swords. Some of you are feeling a little bit stuck. You may feel that recently, every path that you take, you have to double back on yourself, revisit something, or you feel that you're always having to, find an alternative way, a better way, because there's a maze right there. So it can feel that sometimes, in life, we can have a goal, right? But sometimes we don't know what we want to do, or sometimes we don't know which path to take to get our goal. And sometimes we feel like we're just existing. We're kind of like going through the motions every day, because sometimes every day can feel the same, but the goal is still something that you're working towards. So some of you may feel a little bit stuck, or you feel that you're trying to find an alternative way right now. I mean, the energy I'm getting out of this, there's a majority energy for my beautiful Cancerians. It's like, how do I get out of the rat race and become more independent? Okay, so this could be something that's on your mind, even if you're retired. It could be something that's on your mind. How can I, live in nature? How can I become more rural? How can I live off the land? How can I, there's lots of different things, because you're someone who's highly connected to nature. So I feel for some of you, this could be a goal. Also, it is a tree, and trees represent wealth. So it could also be that, you are trying really hard to secure your finances and secure life for you and your family. And of course, a tree is also connected to family. So, your priority really is home. Your priority is your family, the people that you really care about, your nearest and dearest. And some of you, there may be an opportunity that requires you to either be away from your family, or perhaps a family member be away from you, and you may be feeling a little bit lost in this change or the dynamic. It's only the dynamic that is changing. It is not the love. It is not the relationship. So I want you to be aware of that. Okay. Now, also the Eight of Swords, it can indicate some of you are not seeing something right now that will be revealed. So if you're having a problem, because these three cards are all problem solver cards. If you're having an issue right now, I feel like you will solve a problem. You will uncover the truth. It doesn't have to mean that someone is keeping something from you. It can be that you're trying to get into an industry that's like a closed book, that there's a lot of nepotism, and you're like, there's got to be a way in, because I feel like there's this energy coming from this card, like there's got to be a way, I'm going to find that way. You're not going to give up until you get in. And that's what I feel about you. I feel, you're having faith that you're going to get the object of your desire, and I want you to be aware you are. Okay, so very, very positive. We've got the Ten of Pentacles there. Ten of Pentacles, of course, is all about family. It's about rooting yourself, planting roots. So this is, again, some of you may have just bought property, and now you're doing a little bit of DIY, putting your personal touches there. Ten of Pentacles could also be that you're saving a large amount of money in order to purchase something that you're really going to love, whether it's a car, whether it's I just heard like what do you call it? Like a Winnebago type thing, mobile home, being more nomadic. Some of you are trying to be more nomadic in your circumstances, and I feel it's all going to come together. Some of you, especially with the Seven of Swords there, you may feel that it's a different way of life. Seven of Swords can be like alternative. It can also indicate that your intentions are pure, but they could be misunderstood in the month of August. So it could mean that you're trying to do something really nice for someone in the month of August, and suddenly they're like questioning your motives, and you're like really hurt. Like, what? Why are you saying that? I would never do that. So I feel like you come in truth, you come in integrity, and you come in love. And I feel, ultimately it will be resolved, but there is a potential there for a misunderstanding. So I want you to be aware of that too. Now, of course, this card connects to attracting more wealth, working really hard to build a foundation or a platform of stability for you and yours, but also your second and eighth house are all about finances. So I'm not surprised to see this energy showing up for you. This is all about security. Some of you are branching out. I do feel that you are secure in your circumstances, even though things have been challenging. There's going to be a turn for the better for you, and I see a lot of success. I see something being offered to you that you're absolutely going to love. So if some of you have been out of work for a while, and you've been relying on savings, and you feel things are getting critical, there is something being offered to you. Okay, I feel it's in alignment with your belief system, whatever that means to you. I feel it could be an opportunity where you transfer your skills, because I feel there's this energy here of blending skills, and it feels very much like you'll staircase your way through this opportunity to increasing your wealth. So I feel you actually will feel very happy at this place if you're looking for a new role. And some of you have had ideas for setting up independently. Definitely follow those ideas because they are set to make you a lot of money indeed. But of course, maintaining, sustaining, that's where you're going to have the most increase in your finances, the thing that you do the most, okay? Sometimes talent, and you're very gifted and talented, sometimes talent is not enough. It's about showing up every day. It's about consistency. And I feel a lot of your reading is about consistency, but you're kind of looking at it from, your perspective where how are people consistent with me? So I feel that's also a factor and it's very important. But also I feel I want you to be aware that I see how diligent you are, how hardworking you are, and that you are being consistent and showing up for yourself every single day. So I feel there are rewards that are coming your way that are very fulfilling. And you're going to be truly happy with them there too, okay? Now, I have to mention it. I don't really want to mention it, but I have to. You've got a Ten of Pentacles, which can sometimes connect to some sort of inheritance. And we've also got the Death card here as well. And this is only if it's already happened to you. For some of you beautiful Cancerians out there, if you are going through a bereavement and you've lost someone close to you, I'm sending you a huge hug out there, okay? So much love and so many hugs. And I see some of you are having to deal with inheritance or paperwork. I mean, the Seven of Swords is like you just want to run away. You don't really want to do something like that, but you know that it's the right thing to do. You have to almost like be logical and detached in order to get this part done, and then you'll feel the emotion a little bit later is what I see there. I'm being given an image of ribbons, okay? Different colored ribbons, especially yellow, okay? I mean, I feel this is like forget-me-not kind of ribbon, but it may be resonant for you or your personal circumstances. It may be also a sign from your person to let you know that they are with you and that they are not forgetting about you either. There's a lot of love there. So I'm sending you a huge hug, so much love. And I feel, yes, it's a difficult task, but you will get through this. And, on the other side is healing. It never really goes away. It comes in waves. But I feel, this person wants to send you a message that they are with you and that they will never forget the bond you had, the unconditional love. Even if the person was complex, there's still a lot of love here. And with a lot of respect, I'm going to move away from that energy and move on, okay? Now, with the Hierophant there, this is about you taking a traditional route, but also having faith along the way that things are going to work out in your favor. A lot of you this month are developing your spiritual gifts, deepening your belief system. You may have felt that you've been really tested recently and you're seeking answers. You're asking your faith, if you have a faith or a religion, and my readings don't tend to be about that, but I have to honor the fact that the Hierophant is indicating an energy right now of that. Some of you have been asking for a sign or the pathway ahead. Please show me the way. Please show me that I'm on the right path. But this is a message to indicate that yes, you are. You're going to reach the holy grail of a job if that's what you're looking for, or love. For some of you, you're looking for love. You're feeling a little bit lost or in limbo and wanting change in that area. If you are looking for love, there's definitely someone coming in for you. Some of you may have been healing from a past difficulty where you have trust issues, perhaps. I want you to be aware that not everybody is the same. So heal that baggage before you move into a new relationship. You don't want it to influence the new relationship, because you may feel to some degree those trust issues when we're about to expose ourselves to deep love and say, this is who I am, take me as I am. This is all that I have to offer, and that is me. Sometimes we can feel a little bit exposed there, and we can feel hesitant, especially if someone hurt us or cheated on us in the past. I've been there. I totally understand it. So it can be that, suddenly you feel vulnerable and all the old fears start to arise. Know that this person is true blue. They're coming in, and this person, it's a long-term relationship. They can actually see a future with you and vice versa. And there is security there. I feel like if you're looking to get married, I feel there's a potential to marry this person. Now, also, some of you may have been going through a divorce, and it just feels like a brand new world where it's kind of exciting because you're learning to love yourself in a different way, but also it's a little bit alienating. You may feel that it's almost like the pace of life has changed to some degree, and I feel like you're trying to adjust to that at this time. Know that there will be balance and harmony, and this is about you seeking truth. It's about you basically rediscovering a part of yourself that you feel like you've lost touch with, and I feel like it's a chance to rebuild, because this figure, it can indicate that although the mask is crumbling there, it could also indicate that this person is like putting things back together, rebuilding. So I feel that this is a time to rebuild. It's a time to really embrace who you are, fall in love with you and your life again. And I feel it's a really positive month for that too. You will even discover how strong you are, because that was the only choice that you had. But I feel a fresh new start. And if you're asking whether you'll ever love again, the answer is yes. Okay, so I want you to be aware of that too. Now, I see a lot of you wanting to challenge yourself this month to just make life a little bit more interesting. Some of you may enter into a course of training, or you may actually pick up a hobby or do something sport-related that really challenges you and puts you out of your comfort zone, but in a really nice way. This is in the near future position, so the thing that you've been diligently and patiently working towards, you're going to see evidence that it is showing up for you. But also, this is about you looking at your emotions and what fluctuates your emotions. Is it the way a person talks to you, a tone? Is it, your environment? Is it basically your inner critic? Because that 5 of Wands there and the 7 of Swords, it's like, how do you talk to yourself? Swords are all about the mind. They are about the thoughts that race through, and the 5 of Wands can be conflict, can be pressure. You tend to be very critical upon yourself. So do you tend to tear yourself down or build yourself up? This is the month to build yourself up and to make sure to quiet that inner critic, because you're doing a really awesome job despite the circumstances you're going through, because this can indicate there's some challenging times. But if you're searching for direction, or you're searching for a way to basically get something that is feeling like it's out of reach, so whether it is entering into a door that tends to be closed, whether it's nepotism within a company and you're looking for a promotion and you're trying to break through to the other side, smash through that glass ceiling, whether it is you trying to formulate friendships in new neighborhoods, or trying to increase your soul tribe, whatever it is, I see a breakthrough happening for you this month. Now we do have the Devil card here. First energy I've got from the Devil card is feeling a little bit stuck, but also I feel you are going to patiently find a way out of that and have faith, because there are some really good things happening that bring that breakthrough. But also the Devil card could be you looking at where you have temptation. Okay, so I feel like along with the Temperance card twice and the Strength card, this is you resisting temptation. There's fluctuations. Sometimes we say to ourselves, nope, not going to do it, not going to do it. And then later on, especially if there is like an emotional reaction to something, we could be like, you know what, forget it, I'm going to do it. So I feel this is about you looking at where you take back the power over either a fear or a temptation. But also I feel the Devil card could be that you are under a lot of pressure recently. You're trying to manage your life and you're exhausted and you just feel like you're running on empty. And I also feel with this Devil card that some of you are identifying something that you've been anxious about, or you've had a lot on your mind recently. You are identifying what has been making you feel hesitant, anxious. For some of you, it could be that you're going through some sort of hormonal imbalance, because you've got the Temperance card twice, which is a fluctuation. And sometimes these hormonal imbalances can make us feel fearful for no reason, or a sense of, foreboding. Could also be that, you have been under pressure with something in your personal life right now, and it's making you feel a little bit anxious. But know that things are heading in the direction of peace, of a sense that there's nothing to worry about. So let me just pull a card with the Devil card there. For some of you, you may be dealing with a Capricorn who has been either exhibiting some, intense emotions, or perhaps has been arguing with you, or we got the 10 of Swords there. Okay, it could also be the change in dynamic. So if perhaps your child is going off to college, for example, it's like the end of an era, okay? And whilst the dynamic changes, The love does not. The Ace of Cups is there. Also, the Ten of Swords can indicate something major ended for you, whether it was a job. Some of you may have been made redundant. I don't see that happening. I want you to be aware it's something that may have happened before you came to this reading, and you're trying to just deal with it right now. We've got the, yeah, look, there's victory here. It's like, this is also an energy that, like, something that perhaps didn't feel very comfortable or ended, and it may have even been abrupt. It's like a catapult to success. So if, for example, you have an argument with somebody and it feels like the end, it feels like a monumental change in your relationship, it's like suddenly they see you for who you are, and they see you in a different light, which means that they can now, like, have a very sort of like honest, open conversation of accountability. They can take responsibility for their actions. Sometimes, you know, we go through life and we feel like we're not understood, or we're, you know, unseen. We go through life day to day, just doing our thing, and it feels like no one ever really appreciates all that we bring to the table. Now, you're not looking for an ego rub, but I feel there could be like an end of a dynamic that has been very difficult and painful. Like, some of you may have felt like you literally hit rock bottom in some area, but it is now that you're raised up. It is now that opportunity comes towards you to help you out or help you reach your goal. Because the Ten of Swords, I feel some endings are really positive, and it looks like your ending here, or whatever change is happening, it can make you feel a bit nervous or anxious, but know that it is for the better. Six of Wands is good news. So it's like, if you get good news that you got a promotion, it means your old way of working is changing, and now you're moving into a new role. And you may be feeling like, okay, can I do this? Am I going to be successful in this role? The answer is yes, but you may be a little bit anxious because, you know, you're going to be doing new tasks, new responsibilities. For some of you, you're ending a neighborhood, and you're like thrilled that you're leaving, but at the same time, you're moving into a new neighborhood and you don't know anyone, or things are different and you just feel like it's alienating. But with that Six of Wands there, it indicates that it's going to be the best move that you make, that you're going to really love it there. People are going to want to get to know you, that they're going to be like watching you and coming over and saying, hey, who are you? Let's catch up for a barbecue, or let's like have a drink, whatever it is. I just feel like some end that you're going through right now, it's because there's something better on the other side. And that's what I mean as well by some of you going through like a period where, you know, there could be like a contract ending with a service provider, for example, and you're ending the service, but it's because you get a better deal elsewhere. So it's like win-win, you know? So I feel some endings, they're not to be nervous about or worried about. I feel they are positive for you. So I just wanted to pull a card there. I also feel that something that has been pressurizing you, or you've been working really hard towards, because that Five of Wands, you've got the Six of Wands. So this could be that you're in training, you've had a lot on your mind, and Six of Wands is success, good news, getting a certification or a qualification, that you did an awesome job and now you're on your way to success even further, or you're closer to something that you want. So as I said, I see a lot of success, and that Death card is a positive change. Some of you are also looking on a personal level at, you know, breaking old cycles of repeat, bad habits, things that you're tempted to attach yourself to that could be negative. And for some of you, don't shoot the messenger when I say this, because I'm a Scorpio and I do feel this sometimes. Sometimes water elements, we revisit old wounds. We live in the past sometimes, and we dredge up emotions. We don't want to. Sometimes it's just our natural go-to. Like, remember the time that person hurt me? I wish I'd said this instead. Why did they do that? Well, you know, I just wanted to love that person. I just wanted to help that person. Why? You know, we can go into those emotions, and I feel, you know, especially with that Judgment card, it's like you're leaving your old life behind. There's no point to revisit something from the past unless it is to resolve it and move on from it. So I really feel like you're being given a nudge, like out with the old, in with the new right now, because the new is going to be so rewarding and so emotionally fulfilling, and the past has nothing new to say, okay? So with that Death card, yes, there's transformation, but as you can see with that skull there, there's growth. So when we go through change, it is to grow towards something greater. So I really feel like some of you are in a transition period, you're evolving. I mean, some of you, your friendships could be changing right now, and you're feeling a lament that these dynamics are changing. but it means that you are living your authentic truth. You're breaking down any illusions that you had before, and you're taking back your power. If you're the sort of person who always went to visit a friend, and whenever you were like in town and they never came to visit you, you could be like, oh, I noticed that this friendship was always one-sided. And you could be like, I'm going to readdress the balance. And that friend, if they're a good friend, they were like, oh yeah, gosh, I didn't even realize I'm going to come to you. But if they're like, no, they're still on their selfish energy, and they're like, well, okay, well, we just won't see each other, or the friendship changes, or they sort of like just go ghost, then of course you know that their actions speak louder than words. So I feel a lot of you are just looking at dynamics right now. Now we do have the Seven of Pentacles. This is the hope and fear, okay? So this can be that, you want to project to the future and see what it could hold, but also you're anxious because sometimes we fear the unknown, right? But I feel right now you can see a clear path, especially at the end of August, you can see a clear path to where you want to go, whereas before you couldn't, okay? So you do find a solution between the beginning and end of August. And the Seven of Pentacles is also a steady rise in your finances. You're working really hard, or you have worked really hard for the money that you have. There may be a small increase. This could be like some sort of interest rate increase, or it could be that you get a small increase in your pension, for example. For some of you, it could be a small incentive in your working environment. I feel like there's a promise of a bonus here. With that Six of Wands, there's promotion vibes with that. Some of you are really standing out in some way for the positive. But the Seven of Pentacles is also the fork in the road, and you are getting a lot of cards that indicate a choice needs to be made in the month of August, and you're going to make a definitive decision about something, and it's going to be the right decision. But remember to tap into your instincts, into your intuition, because it's there for a reason. And finally, we've got the Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups is often given from the universe. The hand of the universe bestows an Ace of Cups to a person. So this is about you receiving something that's really positive and exciting from the universe. It's something that is connected to your true heart's desire, okay? So I feel it brings peace after a period of reflection. I feel like, you're going to be really grateful, and there's more to come, but I feel there's an offering of something really positive headed in your direction. It could come in the form of news, but I actually feel it's something being offered to you. Now also the Ace of Cups, of course, it could be that some of you are looking for love. You feel that love has been challenging. Some of you are trying to heal trust issues, and you are trying to basically have a healthy kind of investment in a relationship, to not hold on too tightly, but also to be somehow detached, so that you basically don't rush into anything, or you just see how it goes, organically evolve in a relationship, and that's really healthy. So I do see someone new coming in towards you. For those of you who are in a relationship already, and if you've been going through a few changes, or you've been going through a little bit of pressure there, could have been financial pressure, but also I feel like you grow together, okay? You find a solution and you work things out. Also, that Ace of Cups is the cup of love starts for the self first. So you have a lot to offer every area of your life, but you don't have to. It just shows that you are someone who invests your 100% everywhere you go, and you are lovable, and you are someone who is regarded as a really good friend, a trusted friend there as well. And with that Ace of Cups, I feel it's about honoring your time and your energy, and basically, giving your time and energy. Because remember, normally in the Temperance card, there is 2 cups, and the water flows between cups. So as you see, it's like you've got a full cup. You need to replenish your own cup first before you can help others. So I feel it's really important to recognize that you're looking at where you channel your energy this month as well. And I feel a lot of good things are coming your way, but most importantly, peace of mind, quietening the inner critic, taking command of your thoughts, doing something bold and daring for you, and projecting to the future where there is success. That Seven of Pentacles, you may feel like something isn't working, but you may actually tweak it or change it in some way, and you make it work. I feel like you're not giving up on it, but you may change your approach to it, is what I see there as well. So Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? Now, with the Hierophant there, some of you may, I think I mentioned, may embrace a course of learning, because knowledge, you've got the knowledge card there as well. It's the key to success. But we've got Witch Within. So this is about you developing your spiritual gifts, developing your instincts, your inner wisdom, okay? Some of you may actually change the way that you eat in the month of August. It could be that you are, using lots of natural herbs, and I'm seeing something from a garden right now. So if you're lucky enough to have a garden, then I see that happening too. But I feel like some of you may be looking at ingredients in your food substances in order to basically find something that helps you in a natural way. I'm not really sure what I mean by that. I'm just getting like, and I'll give you what I'm being given, and it may not resonate with everyone at all. I'm being given this energy of like certain leaves, like, is it rocket leaves? Also, like parsley as a diuretic. So if you have like excess water retention, or you've been feeling a bit bloated recently, I'm just seeing things like that. Okay, so maybe that's something you've decided, or maybe it's something that you've been thinking about. I feel like you're just finding like something that can help you with something that perhaps has been feeling uncomfortable for you recently. So that definitely won't resonate with everyone, but it's something that just came through, so I got to honor it, okay? But it says here, connecting with your inner witch, amplifying your energy, and manifestation rituals. You know, really, if you can set an alarm or something for the 8th of August, I feel like your manifestation skills will be so on point. That is the strongest time. So, yeah, really tap into it. It'll be beneficial. Also, we have knowledge. Okay, and it says here, the gift of knowledge to inform others, studying, learning, or to know, and ancient wisdom. So, I mean, some of you could be booking some sort of quick trip to a place where there's like an ancient city, or perhaps it's a cultural getaway that you're going on. I definitely see a yearning for something new there of discovery. And we've also got high on life, extremely happy with life, living life to the fullest, excitement and happiness. And that's something that really connects to your last card there. This is what you're striving for, more independence. You see the cat there, that represents independent energy. So I feel this is about you getting the best of all worlds, and finding a way to channel your energy into pursuits that make you feel like home. Okay, so I'm just going to go and get a trinket or a rune. Also, my guides just said, and the spider, where's that? Oh, right. Yeah, there is a spider there. Spiders represent good luck. So as you can see, the spider is over this figure's lips. Okay, what we speak out to the universe is a spell. That's why words, we spell them, and they are cast out to the universe. And, you have the potential to basically manifest good luck for yourself with your words. But also you have the potential to cast negative energy as well. Because if we have that inner critic, remember, that inner critic is using words to tear us down. Sometimes we become what we believe we are. So if we are negative on ourselves all the time, then of course we start to become the things that we say to ourselves when we are very critical about ourselves. So I feel it's really important to recognize that, especially since you have a lot of power to manifest or make something become a reality. So what are your words saying about you today, and what are your words saying about the life that you aspire to? Change the way you speak, change the way you think, and there are infinite possibilities here for you as well. Oh my gosh, I love this. So we have a handcuff, and it says freedom on it. So if you've been feeling stuck, this is your month to basically find a solution and free yourself up from it. For some of you, as I said about the contract, there may be something in a contract that binds you. The Devil card is something that it binds you. If you know the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, you'll know that the Devil card is a card where two figures are bound to each other by chains, and it's like negative energy. Okay, so it represents spiritually being bound to either substance, a person in a sort of a very toxic way, an environment, something that is tempting to stay in. Sometimes we're tempted to stay in something because it feels comfortable, or it feels like a cycle repeat. It feels that we know this pattern, especially if it comes from childhood. If we witnessed parents or guardians like arguing or tearing each other down, we can see that as our first foundation of what it means to love, because they're meant to be representing people who choose to be together, to be in love and raise a family. So we kind of, as children, soak that up. And then as we start to grow up, we start to seek, even on a subconscious level, a relationship that resembles that toxic dynamic, because it feels like home. It feels like it's something we should be aspiring to, even though it's not. We have to break the chains from that and choose a healthier narrative for ourselves. And that's why that handcuff is like you breaking the chains to something that you feel bonded to. So whether, you've been trying to give something up because you feel it's not good for you anymore, this is your month to have that breakthrough. You're freeing yourself up from that. I really hope you can see the word freedom on there. I mean, the camera probably will blur. But this is your sign that whatever has been keeping you stuck, whatever it is that you've been wrestling with that's been hard, this is your month to break free from it. This is your sign that you are going to move towards more peaceful energy and more independent lifestyle there as well. So I'll leave that there. I hope something resonates in that for you, my beautiful Cancerians. I am running a second competition to win a free personal reading from me. If you'd like to enter that competition, all you have to do is write in the comments box below, "Love is the answer." Now, out of all the signs in the zodiac, you understand that one, especially since we've got that Ace of Cups there as well. You're a very loving being, but love is the answer. And I will be guided to one subscriber to win the free personal reading. My guides will show me the way. And please keep your notification bell on, because I will upload a video announcing the winner's name, and you'll want to be notified in case it's you, okay? And then there will be a description on how to contact me for that reading. So I'll leave it there, my beautiful Cancerians. Thank you so much, and love and light.